So making college into a very personalized experience, almost a little bit homeschool-esque, I dare to say, and having that freedom to experiment. What about you, Sebastian? What do you think? What was the main thing that you got out of college?
Well, I'm still well within my college, my undergraduate program. I'm still only a sophomore at this point, so I've got a lot more left to get out of college itself. But for me, the first little while I spent in college was figuring out exactly what interested me that I wanted to pursue further. There were so many things I wanted to try, and getting the opportunity to explore all of those was wonderful. But at this point, I've sort of honed down exactly what I'm really interested in doing. And for college, to me, the most value I'm getting out of college is building skills to do the kinds of things that I'm interested in at a professional level. Say, I'm studying computer science and creative writing, and being able to take classes about programming and the way computers work and systems and things like that, I'm getting a lot of value out of that I'm appreciating quite a bit. It's also wonderful for, meeting people in the same sort of step in their life as you. You can build lifelong connections. And the business side of me says like networking was also very important, but being able to make connections with the people in the same life path as you, or at least in the same stage of their life, relatively, is another thing that's I think is an incredibly important aspect of college.
So socializing and having these specialized classes that you have access to. What about you, Jessica?
Yeah, so it was really interesting. My sister was also homeschooled and she actually chose not to go to college. So I found it really interesting that you posed that question. Do you think for some careers we will actually see a decrease in the traditional route being high school, college? My sister, she actually is in the film industry. So she did like a trade school, tech school type thing, and her husband's an electrician, so he also didn't go to college. I don't think college could ever fully go away at all. I mean, you're going to have your doctors, your lawyers, your engineers, your nurses who will just need that higher education. For me, I personally loved college because I knew there were skill sets that I would not be able to obtain elsewhere. Like, you're not going to go to a company like Pfizer and be like, hey, I really want to work for you. I've never done anything in the sciences, but like, can you train me? They're going to roll their eyes and be like, you know, absolutely nothing, which would be completely true. So, for any of those subjects or fields that really, really require technical skills, I think that college is essential. Like, I would not know how to use a flow cytometer, how to sort cells, how to do any of those things without college. And I think that that was one of the biggest takeaways for me, was literally just having those on paper, resume, practical life skills, specific to medicine and to the fields that I was interested in. And also, I agree with Sebastian completely, the connections. So I presented research at a bunch of different national conferences and have like those professional connections. So it's like, wow, applying to graduate school, shoot one of them an email, loved presenting, loved getting to meet you at this conference and being able to keep those professional connections, because college really opens the door through your professors and through these conferences to just network and just stay in touch with classmates, with professors, with random people that you've met along the way. So a bit of both. I think that it's going to remain essential for a lot of careers, but I do think there are other routes, but in many ways they're still giving you the same skill set as college, just without the complete interdisciplinary side of things and just putting you on a slightly different trajectory.
So it sounds like for professions, it's a different answer. There may be maybe not the end of college, but it sounds like for some professions it might diminish slightly. Even
Mm-hmm.
so, the benefits of meeting new professors and networking, but also just meeting amazing people is really important to you. How about you, Sylvie?
So I think one of the biggest issues is the societal context that college is occupying right now, and even graduate schools. A lot of places that used to take an undergraduate degree for an entry level position now want you to have a master's degree or a master's degree and real world experience, which is very impractical for someone who's trying to get a job in the first place. Um, so I feel like a lot of people have been turning away from college partly because of that, or because of this kind of rat race in a box feeling. And obviously there are technical schools, there are many standalone courses and things like software engineering you can take and then get hired for a company. I've had friends do that. But I think if we got rid of college in basically the form that we have it today, something similar would eventually emerge again, because it's about people having similar interests coming together and trying to expand their knowledge. And like a college is a group of people pretty much literally. But I think in the same way that the public school system has been struggling with the quality of learning, I think colleges have started to struggle with that. So I would like to both see not going to college and either pursuing education elsewhere or pursuing non-educational interests as more valid in society, but also like the college system and employment system itself to be more how do I say this? More value focused and less about fitting people out through the system.
So it's very important for career goals, but maybe not so much if you don't want to go straight into that.
Need all these degrees, but we won't hire you even though you have these degrees. So something isn't matching up between the in of the pipeline and the out of the pipeline. Not that the individual pieces are like should not be there, but someone's planning has gotten out of sync.
Yeah, there are inherent structural problems in moving into your vocation. What really strikes me about all of you, you might not feel it at all moments, but you just have such a high degree of intentionality compared to other learners I see of your age. I mean, just how unique to be double majoring in coding and creative writing. I mean, studying language in a way that makes so much sense, but would not be intuitive to others. And how Sylvie and Jessica have this path to become doctors, and Henry, who's an entrepreneur, and kind of took a more eclectic major in college. But I think that a lot of people enter college and like, I don't know why I'm here, what I'm doing. It's just that's kind of what you're supposed to do.